is going to be the name of the game for both of these squads on their attack sides, feeling out what the defense has got going. Because they're both pretty happy to play retake trap styles, and Boaster is in fact the opening kill.
And blood's going to be drawn out, and G2 bodies are dropping. Not relenting though, G2 looking eager to try and take site control, but they've got a crossfire center to try and contend with!
How did he get two?
How the hell are you doing that? Jonah P, drive by, swings by, and just like that in a blink of an eye, it's FNATIC now that are on the back foot.
What a plant as well. They're planting so that they can take heaven control. They know that at least one of these players is on the flank.
Alpha is going to try and deliver shoulder to shoulder. Him and the IGL, Boaster himself, what a shot to connect. Not anticipating it. Boaster delivering, and Alpha chilling for now though. Pressure from G2 up towards B. Door's going to be opened up. That should be a bit of fear into the back of your minds. Jorgemon has a bullet to the back of the brain. Alpha, swift dismissal. Leaf needs to be careful. He's getting tagged up. Bullet tagged. Still alive though, and now reinforcements arriving. G2 looking to clear this all the way out entirely. Crashies has been dropped. Jonah P, even a watchful eye. Exploration of FNATIC is getting punished here.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird push actually from Kayak. I think both players that died towards B there, Kayak and Jorgemon, probably could have played that situation better. But G2 end up slowing down the pace, hitting the brakes in a 4v3. And this allows Valorant to just test out the map again. Trent still has both of these salvos to work with too. So they could play a really powerful post plan. They are set up though to split into B, and that's exactly where Boaster's waiting with the Stinger. They don't realize A is empty.
Boaster close quarters here with the Stinger in hand. He's got the util out. Unfortunate with the timing.
30 seconds.
Now they're going to run all over these players here. FNATIC.
It's a nice
in the hands of Chronicle. It's not exactly set up for success.
It's a nice use there from Trent of just a solo salvo into that B connector, the waterfall, in order to push back the players, and he's still got a salvo to play afterwards. G2 want to keep this clean.
Toxins going up.
All signs pointing towards it. Alpha is tepid, just tiptoeing in. Chronicle will be able to trade.
G2 are creeping up towards B, and Kayak, he's got to defend.
Salvos pop open to the walls of door there. You blinds it as a back. Still G2. Oh my! You can't stand up to it. Chronicle obliterates 3.
Perfect timing, even though FNATIC weren't 100% sure how that B exec was coming through. Does Crashies get caught just jiggling the corner? If he did, it would open up the A site and make a 2v4 possible.
Missed the timing on it. Backs away anyway.
It's going to be very difficult for Valorant and Leaf to dig themselves out of this spot. FNATIC are giving them room though, giving them respect, allowing them even to get a plant off, assuming that they'll be able to win the retake with bodies and with the paranoia, with the C's, with the horn, tools that they still have to be able to work with.
Should be a clean retake indeed. Discipline still there from FNATIC. Wing it out. Jump spot of Crashies has missed the potential timing here. Just swinging wide. Trying to take that fight towards it, but smoke into your face, Valin. Has to really just try and get a move on. Now he's onto the side. It's an off-angle play from him, but still player advantage. And the paranoia is beautiful. Splits them up with just the right amount of time, but no way! Valin!
Off immediately.
Salvos had to push off the early line. Doors opened up. Hello, Leaf. Might get an early fight sooner than he potentially anticipates. He's going to play his life, try and back the hell out of there. Trent over the shoulder, that bait and switch.
Crashies, I think, made the call to fight with Boaster and didn't realize that Leaf also had backup. In came Trent. And down went the IGL again of FNATIC, who's having a rough go of things here. They still have the lockdown to try to play retake in one of these areas, and Chronicle could actually pit off some level of contact. But it's difficult to get value out of the pit here in the mid-round when Jorgemon still has his dimensional drift to clear everything. But here it goes.
Yeah, using it nice and early. Just trying to spot out the most of these players. Don't know if he's spotted it off. Yes, Kayak. Time to strike. Choose it well. Chronicle. It's instinctual. The wall was up. Just anticipating G2's positioning. It's G2 who are left with that player disadvantage.
And massive ultimates dropped on the side of G2. They can no longer set up a pit of their own in the post plan. So if G2 want to win this round, it's got to be proactive. I think FNATIC, they know it. Crashies and Kayak are waiting for this push.
Palace sees it. Jorgemon's going to be backing away. Reclaiming the space now. There's an I4. Trying to lay claim to a lot of this towards it, but there's that up angle. A rare whiff from Kayak with how he's been playing. Okay, damage kicking in, gonna TP, Valen's barely out of there. Trying to play the crossfire setup, Chronicle wins this fight out, and that's gonna be the lockdown to secure. FNATIC have all the advantages here. Everything in the world going their way. They get used to the util, seizes excellent, crashes. He's locked G2 down.
Jorg teleported into it.
TP'd past. Boaster is here, laying in wait with the Odin up through the high ground. Attempt there made. Chronicle just the one before the trade is in sight. Now with that pit, he's going to be laying down towards it. Armageddon on top of it. Clearing out a lot of the extremities. G2 trying to hold on.
Alpha on the flank could be pivotal here. Trent, he knows that he's going to try to take the timing, calls for backup, and now realizes Alpha hasn't committed.
P, just gone down there. I'm not sure if these are just stray shots coming through. Alpha.
Perfect trade.
Just the one traded instantly. Now the drone and a connection spots him out, highlighting across the board. Leaf has got to back away, trying to play his life. Sliders of corners, snaps towards it. Leaf. Over, we've seen it, especially in their prior game. Risky setup here, but necessary. It's a half-fight round for them. That is sharp. Over towards the mound, though. This is about to be a bloodbath that's occurring, and it's all going away. Surely a FNATIC, it's evened out into a 2v2.
Leaf, though, he caught the perfect kill on Boaster on the other side of things, and now it's all on Kayak with only a Bucky. I mean, he's just begging Valen to walk into him. If he doesn't, how is he going to take the kill?
Scurry of the footsteps. Valen is hyper-aware.
And needs to kill that Prowler to create the threat that he could still lurk.
And there's a pop-in play. They want to try and get a move on here. This is G2. Trying to see if they can lay claim to that B site still. Rain down a hail of bullets. That's just from Boaster. He's going to be supplementing the fire, just trying to make it nice and awkward for G2 while a flank occurs.
Do they have enough people to be able to deal with Chronicle? There is massive pressure on Leaf right now.
Tested. Only just the one. This is FNATIC now. This is their time to shine. They've got a lot of control now towards B main. Flip at the site though. G2 looking to try and take this one up through heaven and a reflank of Valen, but time needs to be played. It's already ticking away, and it's up to Trent to see if he can delay, but smoke in your face, what really can you do from this spot? Timing is taken into a 2v2. They've got to know where these players are to smoke, obfuscate, hides the intent. And Kayak, he's there swinging through. Seals. Certainly are. Alpha.
He's so far up.
Oh, really far up. There's going to be a paranoid blinded up, and there's already players just on your tail, just trying to hunt you down, Jorgamo. It's close quarters. It is carnage of what's occurring. Alpha decayed. Caught up into the corner from the seas, and Valen was very quick, able to take up most of that space. The pit has to be vacated. It's a wasted ult from Chronicle.
Snakebite easily could have claimed a couple of lives there, though everybody on G2 was weak, but that was chaos. Alpha, with the wrong read of what was happening, they thought it was going to be an A-side default again, and G2 have found an opportunity to pick up a couple of weapons and slow things down a little. It's looking more even now.
Lurk smoke from G2. Praying that FNATIC would go for some form of re-exploration, clearing up the map.
And I think this is a really important situation where you've got to look at Boaster again. He's going to be doing this jump spot. He's been caught out in positions like this, throwing smokes a couple of times. He's got to make sure that he maintains this information.
30 seconds left.
He's gone forwards. Trust the advantage. He's got to read, and it is a good one. A solo player, Trent just trying to condition with that drone. There's the punish. Kayak towards the back. Alongside Chronicles, a stalwart defense. The lock and key here. There's only one left to stand against it. Jonah P. Haunt.
Could be the timing to try to activate somebody like Leaf on the other side of the map, but Alpha's waiting, and his...
Just as the turret gets broken, Kayak is looking for more. He's stunned up and misses it. Trent just cleans him up.
That's amazing from Jorg and Trent.
All on Boaster now, though. Feeling the heat. It's a paranoia in your face, near-sighted. Plenty of bodies about to be coming towards you. Nightfall avoided. Chronicle. Again, the spam over the shoulder. Curtain raised up. Wall of his own, just trying to stunt it. G2, though, not to be dismayed, trying to get a bit of a move on, trying to claim that A site. Moving forwards, that game of time, it's Chronicle. It's the better of the adversary.
He's been really good so far, Chronicle, a pillar for his team to rely on. And G2, they feel like they have to be the ones making the play. Health disadvantage is so huge, but look at the wrap. Look at Alpha, yeah, already aware of the possibility.
Yeah, this lockdown, drop down should be sealing all of this one up, except Alpha oversteps himself, and the lockdown's going to be broke down regardless. Chronicle layers down that snake bite, and now there's a timing to be taken. FNATIC getting a run on, getting a scurry on. It's being stuck to half, heads are popped. Chronicle dismissed entirely. Drift. made this feel like a lot of A pressure, and our bodies behind it. G2 are looking to at least take this space. Doors are open wide. Paranoia already expended. Most is going to be using it. This is Anarchy. Crashes to leave from behind. A lot of good work put in though, and now it's up to Boaster to do the rest. Odin in hand, obliterating G2.
Incredibly aggressive swing there from Jorgamo.
Moving forwards, no committal. Boaster just looking for that information, and the timing potentially is here for Trent.
Alpha, yeah, worried that he's getting flanked from B main, even though the turret is actually watching it. So I think Alpha probably could have just stayed over here. But Chronicle is tightening the net at all times.
Toxins going up.
Putting a squeeze on him now. Already revealed to the side there.
Time to make sure that they dismantle trap plays. And yeah, it can get tense towards the end. The clock can sometimes be Boaster's worst enemy. But Alpha, yeah, Alpha might be his best friend.
What an opener for FNATIC.
I mean, that should be signed, sealed, and delivered on the pistol round. FNATIC with a potential here, a great opportunity to win both pistols on this map. And that can make all the difference in spots like this where both teams are good. Jorg might be going for a bit of a re-exploration over towards B as well. He's just trying to backfill this space. But it's all on Valin to defend here with one Paranoia. Are they pivoting into B? Actually, maybe Jorg will get his chance.
They might do. They want to try and go for the B here. There's only 25 seconds left for FNATIC. What is the call? Bit of a scramble, but they're going to land over towards A. No one really there to meet them. Valin might take a few risks of his own out towards the blue room, and this is all covered in time. Kayak is there.
Flawless.
Cutting down his two players. It's a pistol round in the back pocket here for FNATIC, and like you said, it could make all the difference in a map like this.
Powers out.
Absolutely flawless. Thinking it just a tad here, overcooking.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left.
And Jorgamo are not budging. Leaf even just lying in wait.
There's 4 players defending this area of the map.
Yeah.
Are they pivoting B and trying to connect with these guys through the door?
Maybe. Door's broken. No clearance onto the corner. Alpha has his back. Not on my watch is what he's saying. That attack side operator, but time is still becoming a bit of an issue, and shots are rattled. You can feel it. It's getting hectic. It's getting messy. Trent cleaning up onto Chronicle. Time is against them now. It's fully against this FNATIC squad. Very fast play to be made. That operator picked up into the hands of Leaf now. Really working the map in the process, and they found themselves a slight gap in towards B.
FNATIC have been ending with these B splits a ton. I think G2 are fairly ready for this. Jonah and Jorg.
Jonah sat down onto the side here, spots it, catching the contact, a bit of spam as well. Comes through, this is Alpha and Chronicle. Laying claim over towards this side. On to B in the plant now to go down. Nothing to push this away.
Crashes managed to upgrade to a Vandal. Can he strike a dagger blow back to his own region?
Huge upgrades. Stun. That's what he sidestepped Leaf. Just snaps at the Crashes. An off angle by Chronicle, baiting out with the first shot. Now you're going to see that discipline. So rifle shots ring out. Even trying to see if he can punish somebody going for that jump spot, but Horns out into the open. Counter spam. It's Kayak trying to get the punish online, but
he was believing in the Haunt maybe a little bit too much, just stood into that Omen one way, got caught. Feels like G2 have been winning a lot of these opening duels.
Toxins going up.
Drone's going to be expended for the re-clearing, walls on walls.
And because FNATIC keep losing this fight over towards Mount, G2 can stack 2 bodies B, 2 bodies A and be pretty happy no matter where Boaster calls the team to end.
Tight to the corner, Jorgamo has the escape policy.
Alpha detected over here by the Haunt.
Just trying to spam where he might expect it to be, following the traces. Well, still going to be alive for now, 41 health.
And in a 3v5 like this, you don't really want to invest the ultimates from Alpha and Crashies unless they can find a pick beforehand.
30 seconds left.
But look at the time. This is one of the problems with how slow FNATIC play. You get into spots like this where you're down and you're not really in a position where you can even make a play to turn the round. This is just going to be a save that waiting out the clock, and it's not a high energy way to end a round.
No.
It feels, I've got to imagine, a
left.
bit brutal to have to give up in spots like this, especially because it allows G2 to then put pedal to the metal and try to punish. And that is such a punish. Looked like Leaf was just running the operator in, stacking bodies on A, expecting this re-clear, and they are so right.
Who's catching the play though? Strength, jump spotting, potentially sees it, Valorant unaware. Trying to get a move on, trying to get a runaway, Kayak! Just obliterating the opposition. It's up to Jonah P to pick up those pieces. See if he can make a little bit more from it. It's going to be fainting. Getting a bit of a run on. It's not catch the timing. There's no way. There's no way at all! It's shut down by Alpha. Safe pair of hands. Jorgamo.
Spike planted.
In his hands, trying to go for it. Flick of the wrist does not connect. A way to exit other than having his ult, but committing it in this spot in a 2v4. Not wise.
No, he's still
even getting a wrap around.
He's still going to be able to afford an op in the next round anyway, so.
Last player standing.
When Joel gets caught. FNATIC getting up to 9 here, but I think...
All grouped up now from FNATIC though. Trying to push players off away from A. Robelin just trying to take it slowly, steadily, but still that's bullets raining down. Jonah P is there. Nightfall preemptive, and that's going to be a tag onto absolutely everyone. It's the information they were looking for. You see him push it out by G2 across the board.
Toxin screen down.
Leaf, he's tucked himself in.
It's a dangerous spot as well for Chronicle. He gets support from Alpha now, but he's the one with the spike.
Valor broken. Leaf will respect it. Off onto the corner. This is 25 seconds left. Where is this ending?
Boaster's trying to fake as if it's ended towards B. I think the spike should be headed to A. And that means Jonah has a chance for redemption after his failed play in Tree in the last round.
Spike's disjointed though. They've already got players in and through. G2 looking to try and flood defend this one all the way. Dimensional drift spots it all out. No guessing game whatsoever. 9 seconds and it's all dropped down. It's all crumbled. FNATIC, Chronicle. It's cheeky with the kills. Consolation prizes at the end. Not much cover. FNATIC will take it. Paranoia nade, ricocheting, rebounding. Tons of util at their disposal here. They've completely shut G2 out of the picture. It's a straight kill from Leaf.
They're also going to do crazy economic damage to FNATIC because they're just essentially trapping them in the site. One escape path found though from Crashies and Kayak. So at least 3 with a stinger.
Might be
and a big
signs of it. Yeah, big brawl. Signs of it. It's a season of nades.
This isn't going to be another round lost to the clock.
You're only just making a move over towards it. G2 still have bodies over towards you. Jonah B's going to be here in most of this, and that's the Armageddon. As soon as doors opened up, the slightest of pockets to play inside. And all the way forwards, Jonah B has to be that line of defense. Moving now. 8 seconds remaining, but G2 reinforcing the site. Still time left. Alfie is going to try and defend this one. Defend it, he will. Plant is down. WinCon potentially there. And Alpha! And get a move on here. There's a round you cannot afford to lose. Not against the weaker weaponry. G2. Sidestep. Nightfall. Going to be avoided, at least for now. Util flying forward. Sees. Not quite a connection. Paranoia. Sweeps forwards. Boaster's there. Ready to take the fight and lay claim to most of this site. He needs some help when he's at it. Kayak drifting into it. Trying to take the fight straight to them. It's a bloodbath up towards heaven. One away from the ult. Kayak is going to be happy with that. And the last one spotted out, rooted out.
Toxins going up.
People just look to do some damage here. And Kayak's been set up perfectly. Showstopper for round 20. Getting active over towards A.
Alpha has a little bit of an opening on B. But this fight over towards A could define the round. Alpha's in on B.
Yep, Alpha is completely cracked open the B site and now putting a squeeze, a pincer play over towards A. All that aggression of G2 was just dissipated. They're the ones left scrambling. Showstopper down. Just tagging into the clone. Jorgamo will get it, but Crashies is there. Cleans it up. 3 players left to stand here. Boaster with the plan is going to be sticking this safety in the back of his mind because Crashies is watching it all. Leaf slipped his way in. Found that timing and that gap. This is it, surely. FNATIC on the cusp, on the brink of taking map 1. G2's map pick, it's all on to Leaf. 6 bullets left, timing not there.